Welcome to Always Analog, where we celebrate the beauty of analog technology in the digital world. Today a pencil review, and we're looking at some drawing pencils here, made domestically here in the United States by the Musgrave Pencil Company in Shelbyville, Tennessee. I want to thank my pencil pal Dave for sending them my way. I have not used these Unigraph pencils before, so I'm anxious to try them. These are designed to be drawing pencils, and while I don't have the gift of being an artist who can draw, I use pencils really for handwriting. And there's no law to say you can't use a drawing pencil for handwriting if that's what you want to use. And so these pencils are all pretty much the same in terms of their looks. Where they differ is on the core value, which they have here at the top. So let's take a closer look at them. They're painted in this really handsome forest green, I would call it, paint job. And they have a really bright, try not to get too much reflection here from the light, really bright, blingy gold tone or gold foil imprint. Musgrave Pencil Company, Shelbyville, Tennessee. Then you've got what looks to be a castle on either side of the script that says Unigraph. And then 1200 drawing, and then the core value, in this case it's a 2B. Then you have sort of this bronze-toned ferrule that is crimped on, and an eraser, pink eraser, that's crimped onto the ferrule. And it's split with a burgundy-colored band around the ferrule. I think I've seen the same ferrule on the Musgrave Harvest pencils. It looks familiar to me. But really handsome, nice-looking pencil, I think. And I love the color. And, of course, the bright gold foil imprint. It is a hexagonal pencil. And like most Musgrave hex pencils, the corners here are fairly sharp. You can feel them. They are there. But this is the pencil. Like, again, they're all the same. The only difference is the top imprint in the oval there that indicates the core value. Let's turn these here upside right, I guess, and you can see the one with the larger core, that's the 6B. And then these other two are a 4B and the 2B here. And the 6B core looks to be, I would say, fairly on center. The 2B might be off a little bit, and the 4B is definitely off. So that might cause an issue when it comes time to sharpen. I don't know. We'll have to see. Then you see there's some paint here, kind of little drips from when it comes out of the painter. But that's the pencil. And again, here we've got pink erasers at the top. They're nice looking. Musgrave Unigraph, 2B, 4B, 6B. I'm going to get these sharpened up and we'll see how they write. All right, I've got them all sharpened up and they're ready to go. So they sharpen fairly well. I just sharpened them in my electric pencil sharpener, my X-Acto School Pro, and they sharpened fairly well. The wood on them is very nice, and not sure if they are cedar or not, but they are definitely a higher grade of wood. and they sharpened. I was concerned because a couple of the cores were a little off, but they sharpened very well. So we're going to start with the 2B here. Okay, very soft, dark, fairly smooth. It's got a little feedback to it. Perhaps you could hear it as I was writing. But nice. And, you know, kind of reminds me a little bit of, the Musgrave test scoring, maybe. Might be a little harder than that, but it's sort of in that vein. So that's the 2B. Let's move on to the 4B. Okay, I will tell you I think the distinction between the 2B and the 4B is pretty minimal, actually. I don't know that I felt a measured difference in the softness of the core, and frankly, I don't know that I see a particularly dramatic difference in the tone, the darkness of the core either, between the 2 and the 4. Very similar to me. And now we've got the 6B, and the 6B had a little bit of had the larger core, and this I can really tell a difference between the previous two. It is darker, bolder. Of course, it has a larger core, softer. But nice to write with. If you really like a dark line, this is going to give you that for sure. So there are the three. Let's put a little bit of these down on paper. 2B. You know, if I'm being honest, I think the 4B feels harder than the 2B, or firmer. Honestly. Okay, now let's come in and see. Yeah, we've got a smudge drag here on the 2B. Yeah, probably comes out to there, the 4. See, the 4 even seems to smudge less than the 2. And now the 6. Yep. That's a real smudgy, as we would expect. Now, I'm assuming all 3 of these pencils have the same eraser. So let me take an eraser, the attached eraser, to it here and see how they erase. Well, not very well, any of them. They all kind of are still there, quite a shadow. Let's try some of our standard block erasers here and see how they perform on this. We'll start with a Pentel. Well, I think it's pretty clear. You can see that does I don't have any expectations on this 6B in terms of being erasable because it is so soft and so dark. But the 2 and the 4B, look, the 4B I think even erased cleaner than the 2B in this case. Let's try a magic rub. Okay. Mars plastic. Got a pink carnation. Again, these are drawing pencils, and so I know that they're not really going to erase the same way that a writing pencil would. Let's try an art gum. Oh, that did pretty good on them, the gum eraser. Here's a foam eraser. Let's try that. Pretty clean. Again, the one that's really erasing the best is the 4B. I wonder if that's the right core. Some Milan. Oh, what else? Let's try this Nataraj. Well, you know, in terms of erasability here, it's, again, hard to have really any expectations for the 6B, but it gets a D. The 4B I will give a B minus, and the 2B gets a C in terms of its erasability. Again, didn't have big expectations. The attached eraser really is not good on either of these pencils. So there's that. I'm going to try this 2B here, and we'll try doing a little bit more writing with this. B. Okay. And the 6th B, really dark, really soft. So I think for me, the 2B and the 4B are nice writing pencils if you want to use them for that. I think, again, there's something funny about this 4B core. Seems a little too firm for me compared to the 2B, but in any event, I could certainly enjoy writing with either one of these. The 6B is a nice dark marking pencil, probably less ideal for writing. It's just almost too soft for me. But I do like the other two, and it was just fun to try them and see how these Unigraph pencils from the Musgrave Pencil Company did and how they performed. So I want to say thanks again to Dave for sending these to me. And if you like what I do here, please subscribe, share the videos, and keep watching. I appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Always Analog.